Hello.
Hi.
Hey
How
guys,
are
how
you,
you
everybody?
doing tonight?
Let's go.
All right.
Bing bong.
What is up? Lou Ramirez, Frelin Arts. Lou Ramirez. Lou
It's
Ramirez,
us.
Frelin Arts. Who's that? What?
It's the car guy and the subprime hero, ready to have another car guy coffee show. Yeah, you know that's right.
I like how you said that like in slow mo. Ready to have another car guy coffee show.
Trying
Every
out this
time.
whole new fisheye.
What do you guys think?
Does the
Actually,
camera
it looks
look
pretty good. What do you guys think? Got a different camera. We're trying some things. If so, we might get a second one. I like to have two angles. Would be really dope. We get it going, streaming, making it look right for you folks. But before we get going, guys, and as we start getting ready to hit this little opening, make sure you guys share this for us. Get it out there. Let everybody know, as Sean Hayes would say, where's my people?
Go. Let me say, go get my people.
That's it. I said it completely wrong. It's because it's almost midnight, folks.
That's a registered trademark of Sean Hayes.
It is. It's pretty cool, though. I like it. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. So
hey,
what?
So guess what?
What?
We got a whole new batch and a whole new brew of fresh news for you with Jason Geras.
Yes, we do. And guess what?
Here it comes.
Meatloaf!
Meatloaf, Ma! Get the meatloaf! Ma!
I gotta do that. I gotta do that during the podcast.
We're on. We're live, bro. Hey, car guys, welcome to the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. It is an exciting time to be alive. I'm excited to be with you. I'm excited to be with Fred.
Yes.
Y'all ready to do what it is that we got to do? Let's go ahead and get it done.
Bro.
Number one, first things first, everybody. The 3 F's. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly. All right. Well, welcome to where we are making sure that this is an incredible edutainment nursery for those that want to
keep growing. You'll know what I'm saying.
You know what's going on. So get yourself ready for some excitement tonight because there is about to be an entirely new, fresh news episode ready for you. Jason Geras, and he's bringing some good brew to the bunch.
Bringing some fresh news.
What's up, Joey? Hey, brother.
Hey, Jason. Jason's on right now.
The legend himself, Mr. Jason, is right here watching us, folks. If you have a question about how to be more awesome, he is live and direct with you right now. He will tell you exactly what it takes.
Yes.
He knows.
Yes.
How to get the next sale.
He does know how to get the next sale.
And the next review. And find a way to connect you to the right people that'll help you become the best that you can become. That's Jason Geras. I mean,
yeah, man.
That's a short version so far. No, but serious.
They actually called us today, and it was actually a really cool phone call. We both were busy at work, and we took in this little FaceTime type meeting, and he just called to let us know how much he liked our opening song. And how much it reminds him of a song that he used to use a lot, in a sense, where they used to get him motivated and get him going, that he would use in a lot of his YouTube videos. So he was like, man, I really like that song. It's genius. It's perfect. So Lou and I appreciated that call. So thank you very much, Jason, for giving us that call. That actually got me smiling, got me in a good mood. We end up finishing today with seven 7 cars at my store, which was really awesome. And we'll just say it's because you made that phone call. All right. So anyway, no, folks, everything is doing good. We've had a really good opening already to the show. The first 2 brews that we dropped on this one, I guess 2 parts of this show so far, was the first half of the 5-liner and the second half that dropped on Monday and Tuesday. And man, we had a great listenership. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Thanks for listening, watching it on YouTube and all that other stuff. Thanks for giving us the likes. Means a lot. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So keep them coming. We got some more. And I also noticed that we've also had a lot of people jump on and listen to some of our older brews, which is really cool because there's a lot of stuff that you guys can really catch up on, listen to, and hear how we built up to where we are at now. I mean, it's just the same thing that we're trying to do for everybody else. We're trying to, share ideas, get people together, like the Rise of Solutionaries now with the new connections, all that type of stuff. So it's really been a journey. Like,
it's been
really
a seriously fun journey to the land of solutions, where we only brew with the best. And so far, we've been brewing with some pretty incredible people in general. I mean, car guys and car gals, they are knighted and dubbed as such, but they are great people to be able to have the opportunity to honor and enjoy a cup of coffee, and a conversation.
Joe Turner. Hey, Joe, you work at Dan Cummins, right? I think I know exactly who you are. I've seen a lot of your posts, man. Thanks for coming in, tuning in tonight.
Send us some coffee.
Send it, man.
Please.
DM me. You know how to get a hold of me. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm here. Anywhere, obviously on social media right now. Make sure you guys get a hold of me and come. Just if you want to send me some, man, I'll try it.
Yes,
we'll let you know what we think about it on the show.
If it's Car Guy Coffee approved.
If it's Car Guy Coffee approved,
we'll let you know
all day long, all day. So we got Jason's here. We got Jesus Ortiz. Thank you very much. Good evening, guys.
Food.
Man, thank you for coming in.
What's up?
We got Gary Jennings. Yes, what's up, guys? What's up, Gary?
Hey.
And then of course we got Mr. Richie Bello.
Richie.
What's up, Richie, man? Richie's a good friend of mine. He had me on his show not too long ago. That was a lot of fun. And then, man, I appreciate you too. He supports me quite a bit. He's constantly sharing my stuff, just like obviously like Jason does, just like El Patron, just like a lot of the people that we've connected with over the last, just the short amount of time that we've had this opportunity to do it. So thank you all very much for tuning in. Yeah, Dan Cummins. Yeah, no, I see your stuff, Joe. You actually put out some really good posts, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, the more you do it, the better it becomes. So great job, bro. Seriously, inspirational stuff. I love seeing Kentucky dealers and Kentucky salespeople do some really good stuff because this is a great state. There's been a lot of great
car guys.
I think we're going to probably do a series just on straight Kentucky car guys.
I don't know, the Bluegrass Brew.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because, I mean, we literally...
Bluegrass? I need to write it down.
In our town of Radcliffe, Kentucky, there's like a mile stretch of dealerships, maybe 3 mile stretch. And in that stretch over the time, like when I got in like around 2000 all the way up to now, there's been so many really strong car guys come out of this area that have gone out and done some really amazing stuff in the car world. So, I know that the state's full of it. Obviously Dan Cummings doing what you guys are doing there now, killing the game. So it's really cool. But no, man. Yeah, for sure, man. Let's see. PM me where to send it and you'll have the best cup of Joe ever. All right, my friend, I will do that for it. Absolutely.
To it.
And we will definitely go on live and we'll tell you what we think about it.
Let everybody know. And
Richie says, share this great content. Yes, people, share this great content. Thank you very much. Oh, Richie says, oh yeah, look at that. Look at them. They're good old buddies there, them two. I love you. Yeah, there you go. So
a lot of love in the air, folks.
So, there's
so much honor.
It's really cool to see this. Everybody get together, have some fun late at night. The late show with Lou and Fred, Car Guy Coffee Late Show.
Bing bong,
bing bong.
Car Guy Coffee.
So
podcast.
We just finished there's that music one more time. But we just finished the 5-liner with Jason. We released that on Monday, Tuesday. It was some really good stuff. It took us a while to get through it. It was so much fun talking about each question. I mean, even starting with the very first question was like that took a while to just even
in the crank
Just layer and layer on layer on just one question.
Crank.
So much fun.
Notice that the videos, for those of you that had the chance to watch the videos, notice that they kept getting bigger and bigger. You know, it's a lot of incredible content that I have myself weak. I don't know if the pain in my side is from the workout that my son put me through yesterday, or if it's from cracking up at getting these videos prepared for you guys to see and have a ball with. There's just so much wisdom that's packed into all this. You need to make sure that you get it. It was probably the workout.
But on a serious note, I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was really, during that time, we really got to know him really well. When you start asking these types of questions that we like to ask, it's the idea and the design behind it. It's not about trying to sell anything. It's just about getting into them and just understanding what they're about, how they operate. And I try to do that the best I can with the questions I ask. And Lou always caps it off with the fifth question. And that fifth question is always a really deep layered question. And we all know that if you listen to any of our shows. And man, we have a lot of fun listening to those answers and just learning. And it's fun because we like to listen and then get that information and then have a conversation right after that question, you know, about that answer, you know. And it's so neat because then you can dig even deeper. Because like, you ever heard somebody tell you a story, and then in that story you're like, man, I wonder what he meant by that. Well, we get to do that like right there, you know, like, hey, with somebody like Jason, you know, and everyone else that we've had on our show. So very fortunate for us.
The best thing, the best practice would be, in most case scenarios, for those of you that are going to be people that want to brew with the best and want to make this kind of your part of your routine of catching our lives and catching these times where we get together with you, be prepared by listening to the podcast the day before, because a lot of times the people that appreciate you, Richie.
He is the best, man. He's amazing, bro. I sit like feet from him. That's pretty awesome. So
I don't know if it's enough, though. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we're on fire together and having a great time. But man, the important thing about getting together with these people that we're brewing with is that we are coming up with different solutions to many different problems, that everybody is bringing their best. So when you get the chance to hear the podcast in the morning and throughout the day, we're more than likely going to be live announcing the next part, but the person that we're interviewing may be joining us for the live. So you'll have the opportunity to ask questions and to dig a little bit deeper on your own due diligence of how to better be successful applying what has been successful with another individual.
Speaking of that, Joe Turner, I'm coming up 1 year in the car industry. What would you give to a guy like me? So here's what I would give you. Please do not think you know everything already.
Ooh.
Okay. You're doing a great job, and I see that you are doing better than most people who've been doing it for a long time. You've got your social media game stepping up. You're definitely moving some units because I see them being displayed on social media, especially even during this time. But I implore you, man. I'm almost 20 years in the business, right? You have just begun. And anybody who's been doing it as long as I have, or even close to as long as I have, will tell you, you don't know everything, and it's going to be a long time before you do. But it's okay because you're doing a great job. You don't have to. I don't know everything, you know, and I'm trying. That's why I'm connecting with people like Richie, you know, Jason, El Patron. All these people are teaching me, and I'm soaking everything in. But I'm in constant growth mode, and you have to be that same way. So if I was to give you one tip, just keep growing, my friend, and never, ever leave your cup empty. Never think your cup is full. Seriously, you have to always know that you have to keep learning, keep pouring out, but always share and never be selfish with what you know. You know, the more you give, the more you get. So if I was to give you that tip, man, seriously, like 1 year in the business, it's to never think you know everything. Believe that there's so much still to learn and keep growing and share everything that you have. Like teach the guy when you're 10 years, you're a couple years in, teach the guy who just started the same stuff that, you know, you learned, or give him ways to make it easier for him. You know what I mean? So that's the tip I would give you. What do you think, Lou? What would you say?
Okay. So this is what, at your spot, what I did, and what I would also implore any of the people that I've ever been around to do. It's make sure that you take this 1 year as that big litmus test. You've had different quarters up to then, but take that full year, determine where it is that you got what you got from, what you did to get there. Take a true, honest approach to the way that the numbers work for you throughout the year, and determine what was successful, what was not successful, what you learned through it all, and then begin to actually add your attention to what it is that is most successful. If the other things are beneficial, give them a little of attention, not as much attention as you give to the things that are proven to be successful for you as an individual. Otherwise, you get completely lost chasing other things. Find out what you have done to make it to the 1 year mark. What fed you the most, and how do you build from there outward onto the other stacks? But if there's nothing that's producing, which we all have had spots. I mean, that's the benefit of being able to try and risk things.
Love it.
Sometimes you fail and you learn what doesn't work.
Yeah.
But take a look at where it is that your numbers come from for the year. Give
Numbers
your attention to it and determine where it is that you need to make your adjustments, and where it is that you have success. Celebrate your success and dig a little deeper. And also go to the sources, because there's so many ways to gain a source of income, especially in this business. But also find out what the sources were that you learned how to do those particulars.
You need to make sure your fundamentals are there. You know, we talk about that in our show. You have to have a good foundation, a good fundamental setup, because without fundamentals, like solid, like good, like I don't care how fancy your game is, how good you could talk. If your fundamentals, your 10 steps, your road to a sale, your delivery, everything that you do in those steps of selling a vehicle are not perfected to the finest, then you still need to work on that. And once you get that perfect, then you can start throwing the flair and start worrying about all the other stuff. But like he said, man, just keep doing your thing, man. You're going places, but don't think know what your worth is, right? But don't ever believe that, because there's always that dude, seriously, that's going to make you go, oh man, I still got some stuff to learn.
And establish that you understand that the biggest room in the world is the room for improvement.
Word up.
And if I can tell anybody to this business, never choose title over money.
No, money is always where it's at.
You pay attention to what it is that takes care of you and gives you the most fulfillment. Sometimes money isn't the most fulfillment. Sometimes what it is that you actually do for the customer in that angle is your most fulfilled place. Don't trade that.
Answers.
Okay. So hopefully that blesses you a bit.
That's some fire.
We'll go a little bit more with you on it.
Continue to, Gary Jennings says, got to continue to learn. Thank you. That's
always
on my point. I love that.
You got to have fun learning.
Avoid the sophomore slump. Don't know it all. Word up.
Say word.
But it's when you're green, you grow. Hey, you're right. And that's the enthusiasm. Never lose the enthusiasm. That's something that you hear about. If you could bottle that green pea enthusiasm into a bottle and sell that, man, you'd be a freaking trillionaire. Because that's something about that enthusiasm. I've seen people come in their first month and do like 20 cars like it's nothing. Like they didn't even know how they did it. But then they get thinking they know everything.
That's the only trick I ever learned.
Or they start
how to be excited.
Yeah.
I'm still just riding on that.
That's what we're doing right now. We just know how to be excited. So we're excited to have people on our show.
This one works. So this is the Excited Car Guy Show, where our tool is get excited.
Amen, my brother. Yes, sir. I have learned a great deal from. Oh man, thanks, Richie. I appreciate that, man.
Learn.
Vice versa, my friend.
Richie.
Vice versa. I'm the only one that knows everything. Jason, and I agree with you.
That's why there's so much brew. There's a lot coming, folks.
Okay, this is okay. Nice to meet you too. So Joe harvest and don't. Okay, go harvest and don't hunt. Hunt will feed you today. I'll worry about tomorrow. Boom. Man, that's some good words right there.
Own today. Own it.
I am Monica Black Diamond. All right. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Correct facts. Yeah. Gangster. Yes. Thank you, my brothers. Man, back at you, man. Seriously, I will send you our address. We will put your coffee on our show, good or bad. So be real. We're real people.
Yeah, we're going to let you know.
We'll let you know. I do like my coffee strong, so I hope it is. If it's not, as long as it has a good flavor.
We are currently searching the right beans to begin brewing
our own brew.
Coffee with.
Yeah, we do have our own brew that we need to make sure. Because it's going to be a little strong. Because our brew is a little strong, a little funny.
It's not about the size of your cup. It's about the strength of your brew.
I don't know what you're talking about. So you got to, so anyway, back to what we're talking about. So, man, so we did that 5-liner, and that 5-liner was a lot of fun. We got to learn a lot about where he came from, what he does, how he got to what he does, and how he surrounds himself with people. That probably didn't make sense exactly what I just said, but it's okay. You guys got the gist of that. So now we're moving on to the next step. The next step is the fresh news
coming at you,
man. And I'm excited. That's going to be dropping as soon as we get off this live cast. We'll be dropping that. It takes about 10-15 minutes for us to get it set up out there for you all to listen to it. Now, if you have not seen the 3 parts that we have, that it's on YouTube. There's 3 parts for the 5-liner video style.
You want to check it out because guess what? Why is it so important that they get to listen to everything that's available for them? You're going to spend a good portion of your day doing this. I'm telling you, it's worth it. But why is it? Why is it so important, Fred? Please tell them. Please tell everybody out there why it's so important. Is Jason? Is somebody going to be a guest? Is somebody going to be in the cafe with us right here? Probably in, let's say, this section of the screen.
Yeah, absolutely. Jason is.
Bam.
And he will be on Thursday night, folks.
So you want to come and ask him questions about some of the awesomeness that he spilled.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I was wondering where you were going with that. I didn't want to miss it. I felt like, how do I not know? But
I don't know what happened there.
It says right here in my hometown. Roast right here. Oh man, that's exciting. I can't wait to try that coffee, brother. I really can't. Another legacy redeemed. There you go.
Legacy.
All
man,
right.
We spoke about legacy a lot in that brew.
We did, man, and that's an important thing for a lot of people. It is for me. It's and I think a legacy is different for a lot of different people. For people, it's different things. You know what I mean? Says he's ready right now. You want to jump on right now? I mean, hey, we can't be on too long though. That's the thing. So if you get on, Jason, you have to promise, and because I'm going to be prepared for you Thursday night. But tonight, the world, I don't know. Are we prepared for you?
All right.
I would because I would sit here and kick it with you all night, but we got to produce this little show for you. We got to make sure that everybody hears what you got to say. But yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to send you a little invitation right now, my friend. We'll get you on here just because I love you so much. Can't help it, dude. All right. Be ready. Email's coming. If you better not be in your underwear.
Music ready. Let me get the music ready.
He's going to get it ready. All right. So, folks, get ready for a good time for a few minutes. You already know what this is all about. Email to you right now. He should be on here in a few seconds. 6 hours. Bro, I'll be leaving you on the live by yourself. Whoa.
Swaggy in my man.
Yeah, I better watch out. So,
the bluegrass brew. The bluegrass brew. Say that with me. The bluegrass brew.
The bluegrass brew.
The bluegrass brew.
And everybody knew about that bluegrass
brew. The bluegrass brew. You got to get your guitar out and show them how to hit them strings. We're going to get them. The bluegrass brew.
You want me to put that in here?
Bluegrass brew. Come on now. Bluegrass brew. Get all these other guys to come and brew.
All right, but while we're waiting for him, Lou's gonna sit here and do his little beepity bop beep boppity boo. I like to drink that bluegrass brew. So, guys, it's been a lot of fun. When you go back and you guys. If you have listened to all of our episodes that we've put out, we've actually put out, I don't know if you know what the official number is, do you? I know it's 30.
Oh,
we have put out, so we've had 19 brews, but 30 episodes now. We have dropped, this will be 31 actually today.
Oh.
So this will be 31 we're dropping tonight. 31 episodes, man. So I think we need to do a celebration at 50 episodes. So when we hit 50, I think we're going to do, Captain Nexel. All right, folks.
Is he there? Hey, have the thing up. Have it up. Have the have him up. Yeah. Have him up before he goes. Put the bobblehead. Get the bobblehead ready.
I don't know.
Is he backstage?
He's right here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, get the bobblehead. Can you see us?
About.
Yeah, there he is. Hold that up. Hold that up. Keep that up. Keep it in front of you. There you go. Bring him on. Bring him on. Bring him on, folks.
There he is.
Hey,
what up,
brother?
Jason?
Hey, dude.
Let's go. We are live. Welcome to the Car Guy Coffee Podcast again. Folks, this is him. This is the guy. He's the one. He's the one that you've been laughing with, having a great time with. He's in the cafe with us.
Unbelievable. I had a wonderful week with you guys. I just got off the a 5-hour talk, believe it or not.
No, I don't.
Lady today, who again was lost in her business, that needed some input. And again, so she asked for a little bit of my time, and it wound up being 5 hours. I'm not a guy to spend 5 hours, believe it or not. I don't really have the time to really sit there and spend 5, 6 hours, 7 hours. But when you believe in something and you love something and you love what you're talking about, it's not like when you love what you're talking about, it comes natural, and there's so much to talk about. See, when you talk about social media, there's so much to talk about. You talk about reputation management, there's so much to talk about. And you want to conquer it all. But really, what do you say? Oh, you need reviews. And then is that what you say? Or do you elaborate? Do you elaborate on it? And then if you explain it, how do you explain it? Do you explain it by just saying, one time, this is what you do, and that's it? Or do you put a story behind everything that you say? And you guys are excellent with that. You had mentioned earlier about your introduction. Your introduction, the beginning of your podcast music today had me thinking half the day. Because when I made my songs on YouTube years ago, and when I made my music, it took me days to pick a song, because I needed something, a theme that I was going to do every single time, because the sound of music is what's going to bring you, it's branding, but it's incredible. So your opening, by far, of any podcast I've ever seen, is fun, exciting. It really is a great beginning of a podcast, and it's a great start for you guys. And I know that you guys are so many people in, and you've got so many people to talk to, and you're going to be speaking to so many more people down the road, and there's going to be a lot more people coming down the road, and this is just the beginning of the Cockeye Coffee podcast. But my point to you is that you guys have so much to offer, so many people, and I'm so blessed that you guys had me on. But really, main thing is I'm blown away that way you present yourself on your podcast. So I'm going to let you guys talk, and then you guys can read your comments and stuff like that. But I wanted to jump in and be there and answer any questions that maybe somebody has. In the meantime, for now, I know I'm going to be on tomorrow night.
Thursday night, which is basically tomorrow night.
During the pandemic, you forget what day it is.
Yeah,
it's like 46 hours away.
Yeah, we're going to start the countdown.
I'll just keep talking until them. Do you want me to just stay here and
just hang out with them?
Because I bought a couple cups of coffee. I got everything all set, so I can sit here for 6 hours.
We're with you. We're with you. And your cup is on the way. Your stuff is coming. I promise, it's coming, man.
They're hard to get right now. They take weeks to get cups.
But you have a custom. You need to make sure that you show us that awesome shirt you have coming. You have a special gift on its way.
I actually got a special gift coming for you guys.
Oh, well,
and I got a very special person coming in for you guys.
Give good gifts.
So let me just see here.
Did you say a special person?
Thursday night. Which is basically
good gifts.
Thursday night. I'm jumping on with you guys, right?
Yep. Thursday. It'll be fun, man. We'll get you on here. We'll talk. We'll promote it up throughout the day, because that'll be going into the last one we drop.
And I noticed that you were talking earlier about this Joe was asking about what it is that What can you guys bring? What do you guys offer? And I think that you nailed the button. It is never immediately to jump to knowing it all, or
Yeah.
and I know that you weren't attacking a meter.
No.
Right,
Just
right.
because because it could come off like, hey, Joe, don't know it all, but at the same time, Joe, don't know it all. See,
Right.
and there's two ways to say it, and the real answer, the way you put it, was the truth, because those that do, it always seems like they hit their highs and lows too quick, and
Oh, yeah.
they hit their highs and lows, and the way you hit your highs and lows is see, the guys that start off, they always hit their highs because they're motivated and ready, but as soon as they hit their lows, they don't know how to handle the lows, so they stay low for a while.
Or they jump out, or they completely jump off the boat.
They jump
You know
off.
what I mean?
They jump off the bridge, and so that's a great way to put it, because it's how you survive the lows.
Yep.
To get through those lows, because I know that if I don't deal with a customer for a day or two, I would feel like, am I doing something wrong? Or, oh my God, it's over, and especially when you're trying to feed a family.
Oh, man.
When you're not busy, your mind starts to wander, and you can wander into a world that takes you way away from it. And then you've got to come back. It takes your owner or boss to tell you, Jay, get back to the basics, and so it's so easy to fall off. So
when you get low, what do you do to get up? You forgive.
I forgive.
You forgive.
And
then you get focused on how high you're getting ready to fly, and then you get high again. You get to flying, right?
That's right.
And then I just start.
Oh, that's awesome.
I actually, believe it or not, your intro, I started today I watched it. I had to learn it, I had to get it down,
Well, I'm so glad we're recording this.
But then
Fred, we're recording this.
Fred's got it, because what he does is he's like, forgive, focus, and fly, and then he starts. Yeah, and then you guys are like, don't worry, because when the battle comes, we're gonna have to bring our damn battle.
Yeah, there it is. I see it.
Get you some of that.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man. I already know it's gonna be a good time.
Oh man. Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, bro, no, seriously, it's been fun. This week's been a lot of fun dropping this, and we're just beginning this week, so we still got today.
A whole lot more
we have another one. This is the first time, Jason, that we've done. We usually break it into 3 pieces. Your episode was so good, we put 5 pieces.
You're a 5-course brew.
You're a 5-course brew. Usually, it's just a 3-course brew. So we loved it so much. We're putting out one every single day. So it's coming out tonight.
I really do appreciate it. You're actually, my Herb Anderson did a podcast that was wonderful. He did one for my uncle for a product that we invented that actually, believe it or not, the hospitals are going to start using for the to help the nurses and everybody, preventing them from getting sick. So we own a chemical company down in Florida, and that chemical company is a form of iodine that kills the coronavirus in your mouth. Independent laboratory tested, that is. So when I say that, I can't make the claim because it's against the rules as my end to say it. But independent laboratory test, 15 seconds, killed the coronavirus. This is actually molecular iodine. This is the strongest hand sanitizer in the world right now. This stuff right here is 150 times more powerful than povidone iodine. This stuff right here is what they use in the hospitals, 150 times more powerful. This is actually a hand sanitizer that is actually clear. And believe it or not, it when you get it on your skin and put it on, if the coronavirus even touches your hand, it can't even live on your hands. So you remember that there's thousands of bottles going out, thousands of bottles. if thousands of bottles are going out at so much per bottle, and there's 30 days in the month times so many times in the year, the company is doing very well. But here's the best part, is that there was a write-up about the, if you read about it, is we were able to help the nurses and the hospitals cut down on the rate of people getting the coronavirus in the hospital. So and you got to factor how many hospitals there are. And then we partnered with a $13 billion a year company called Medline Industries that is making more products from this stuff, this form of iodine that we have. And so I have other things that we do. And I'm grateful for you guys because the fact that you guys accepted me, listen, not many people can put up with me.
I don't believe that.
Not for 5 hours. And again, you did. And not only did you do it, but we sat there and we laughed for the 5 hours and we talked. And we could have been in bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. Do you understand? I mean, I was tired that next day. I couldn't get off the couch. I'm in bed at 9, 10 o'clock. I'm now staying up for your 12 o'clock podcast. I love watching it.
Thank you.
Yes.
I mean, I don't,
So what was the most fun? What would you say is the most fun and inviting thing about being on here on the podcast with us, so that other people know what is it that's so exciting about having a cup of coffee with a couple of car guys? What was so fun about it?
Because it's real talk.
Yeah.
It's real talk.
Boom.
You know what I mean? Look at, do you want to have real talk, or do you want to get answers, or do you want to sit there and listen to the same shit over and over in other podcasts? I mean, I don't know what to say. Do you want to repeat what people are saying? Listen to me. Do I want to listen to what people have said on LinkedIn all day long and then talk about it in the evening? It would be almost like, you know what? Let's watch Brady Bunch today, and then tonight let's talk about what Mr. Brady did with his kids and what they all did as a family. Listen to me. You can only repeat yourself so many times, but it's not repeated with you guys. You guys are bringing up other issues and other stories and other things that are happening. And it's not the same guys. And listen to me. You're bringing in people that are unheard of. Other podcast people, what they're doing is they're bringing in famous people because they're so quote famous, right? To pull them in to make their podcast bigger. But that's not what you're doing. You're just pulling in real people that can give real answers.
Yep.
You see, just because you're famous, it doesn't mean your podcasts are going to be any better. It doesn't mean it's going to be great. It doesn't mean anything. All it means is that you were able to grab somebody in and you were able to attract more people because you were able to bring that one person in. Because why? Was it because he has more money? Because of whatever? What did he really do? What did he really bring to the table? You bring people who have done stuff to the table.
Yeah,
So,
I honor that, because that's what we want people to know, that they have a place to be able to do. It's come in here and brew true solutions because they are great at their craft.
Yeah.
One thing that there's a lot of people inside of the military in general. A lot of them wear a uniform. There's a lot of people that don't look like soldiers, and they are some of the most elite of the elite, and they blend right in with the rest of everybody else. But they are part of a closed sector of people that understand a certain language of eliteness that nobody gets to celebrate. You'll see the unit that all looks the same and all together, all dress right dress. You'll very rarely see the SEALs in the background, or the Rangers in the background, or the Delta Force in the background. You'll never see that group, but those are a group of assassins and saviors. You know what I mean? In a way, they are there to protect at the hardest, deepest core. And not everybody understands them. That's why not everybody gets to actually brew that bunch. And of course, we want to have something that everybody can enjoy. But there's some people that have your rhythm, that get it. And not everybody gets it. You know what I mean? And that's something that we honor, and we appreciate having people like you, because it means a lot to us, because you're also before us. So you have so much wisdom to download, and we're trying to fast track ourselves too and learn as much as we can. We always have. We've always tried to learn from the guy that was doing it
Yeah, it's the
a
only
bit
way.
better than us
Absolutely.
every time, right?
It's the best way to learn.
Yeah, to keep growing.
You want to know? I was out of the house at 16 years old. I was on my go look at a 16-year-old kid today. Okay, they're still being babied by their parents because they're afraid. Their parents are afraid to let them go into the wild. Well, back in my time at 16 years old, right, I was already working in a dealership, and I was already out of my mom's house at 16 years old. I was living on a porch at 16 years old, right? I've experienced life and so much of life. I experienced my brother-in-law, like you had mentioned about, soldiers and troops and whatever, come home from Libya. And I remember him, when he got home, he was already sick when he got home. That's why he got home. He came home and died 2 months later. And my nephew is the IT person today, who I walked down the aisle last year, 2 years ago, when he got married. I walked his mother down the aisle, and I was actually there for them. So I experienced that. My whole family's in the military. Then they've been in Afghanistan. They did the tours. I couldn't go because I'm deaf. I was born 3 pounds in 1971. I was on a machine of wires, and it took me 3 months before I even got out of the hospital. They told my mother to go home because I was already dead. You know what I mean? That I wasn't going to make it. I fought to survive in a war. I was a mistake being born. I was a mistake being born. In other words, I wasn't even supposed to be here. I wasn't come from a family that the mother and father got together. I was a result of an office affair, right? Which that's why I'm so good in the office to begin with, right? Because that's what I know. I listen to me. That's why I know. I can still hear the Xerox machine going off. Listen to me. The thing is, for real and for fun of this whole thing is, you guys are real, and we keep it real, and that's what the Coffee Guy podcast is fun, and that's what makes it fun, is that you guys actually listen, and actually deep inside, I know you can relate some way or another.
Yep,
and that's the idea, is that,
or we look to, you know what I mean? We look to relate. That's the thing about building great relationships over time is looking to find a new way to relate to somebody new in a way that you didn't know. And that's what always brews a great conversation. I always want to get a good suggestion or a good nugget from somebody.
No doubt.
But not just nugget, but grow.
My whole life, I was as a young person, I was military. My dad was in the Army. We lived all over the world, so I was always somewhere different for every couple of years. So for me, it was always, everywhere I went, I had to get to know people really quick. So I was always a good listener. I'd hear and then I'd find something that I could relate with people with, but it cultured me. I loved it because I understand, and what taught me was that I can relate to everybody in this world because we all have something. We all have something we can relate with each other, and.
Right.
And it makes it really fun to be able to do that. And so for me, I think one of the best things I have, and why this show for me was a big deal, is because this is something I'm good at. It's good. I'm good at meeting people and getting to know them. And honestly, I end up becoming friends with people so fast because, now don't get me wrong, there's a difference between friends and there's a difference between like you talk about your circle. There's a circle I have, and then there's friends. There's people I know. And so it's easy for me to be comfortable.
And they're both fine. Both circles are fine.
Right. But
all that circle that that when you call up, you're gonna get the answer that you're gonna get.
Right. There's people that I'm gonna call for advice, and there's people that I'm gonna, just be like, man, hope life's great. I wish you the best, and that type of stuff. But it's definitely something that I got really good at, and think that's why I was good at selling cars. I was good at pretty much, anything when it comes to people interaction. And I figured that out pretty quick.
He's a master of being social. And that's what it takes to be inside of a business where you're needing to win people's heart.
But I love it. I love getting to know people. Like, there's nothing better than sitting down, asking you questions and really hearing that answer. And then it's like, man, and then digging deeper into that question, so you could turn one question into 20. If you really
and that's why if Joe was on right now, if he was still there, he could actually learn from this, because and if you watch this tomorrow, great. If anybody watches it, what's new is exactly the answer right there. Is that you love to work and meet people and talk to them and do it, and that's what you need to do to make it in today's world. If you don't love meeting people, you don't like talking to people, and you don't like being social, and you don't like doing all these things, then you got to pick a different profession. Stay out of this profession. If you're not in the car world, and boy oh boy, if you don't get it now, you really got to quit. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's what people are looking for. That when they get out of the car, they're tired of the sales tactics. They want people to ask them questions. They want people to make friends with. They want people to trust and believe. That's what they're looking for. They've always been looking for that. That hasn't changed.
Never. It's always been the same.
The only difference that changed is how we're communicating right now, which is through the computer like this versus the telephone. And it just makes it a little easier this way, technically. Because you could just grab your computer out and do it, like the Jetsons years ago. You remember the Jetsons when they came out? You're like, oh my God,
yeah.
thing on a TV on the wall. Imagine if we could do that. Someday
we're there.
And boom.
We're there.
Yep. It's amazing. It's neat to see the technology, even like this. We've seen the video to video talking before, like they've shown on shows back in the day. And so when you thought it back, you're like, oh, that would be so cool if that can happen. And look, we have it right here at our fingertips. We have it on our phones. We have it in, our computers. We have it. It's anywhere you need it to be. And we can communicate and see each other. It's a beautiful thing. I wish as a young person, I think about how lucky it is to have, don't get me wrong. There's something about not seeing somebody for a long time and then seeing them again. Right. And it's, oh, wow, it's been so long and I almost forgot what you look like, but it's so great to see you. But when I was, telling you I lived around the world as a child, living in Germany I lived there for 5 years, and obviously we had family here, and my mother has family in Korea, so we only talked, and you didn't talk a lot because long distance phone calls were super expensive back in the day, right? So you would just, be like, hey, I love you, I'll talk to you later, I miss you, Grandma, see ya, boom, right? It was like that. So, but if we would have had this type of free communication. Wow, it would have made staying overseas a little bit easier, I think, honestly, because it was like a lot of it was I couldn't wait to come home because of you missed them. You missed the people that you used to grow up, your cousins, everybody else. So you'd want to come home and see them. But so no, it's neat to be able to do that. And I see people who are in active duty, like my dad was deployed, at one point during the Gulf War, and you couldn't communicate with them but barely on a phone. I remember it was probably a secure speech type, because it was like frequency jumping, because you hear tick, 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 tick when they're talking. And it was like, all right, hey, Dad. He's okay. It was one of those situations you couldn't talk long. But now they could they can email each other. They could talk on video chat. They could do exactly what we're doing, which is, man, how awesome is that for people who have military members overseas? So technology, use it, take advantage of it. I guess that's kind of my point. Yeah. Use it and have fun with it.
I mean, do you remember like this is all within, by the way, I just want you to remember that one thing. This is all within the last 10 years, people.
Yeah, no shit, exactly. It's crazy, bro. Yeah.
It's been a wild 10 years, man. Okay.
Oh, man, yeah.
I mean, just 10 years. And this decade of change and culture and this and that and video and this. Because only 10 years ago, I mean, I'm going to tell you how I started. I got this stupid little flip cam. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember that flip cam.
I have one, man. I still have one.
You see how shiny and clean that baby? That's that baby, right? Right? That's gonna be worth big bucks someday, right? Because that's how you made video back then. You had to go outside, you had to hold the thing down, you had to plug it inside of the computer, you had to let it download for 3 hours, right? Yeah. And you gotta make a video with it. And they said this is the best thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
And then as soon as the smartphone came out, this thing said bye-bye real quick, right? So whoever manufactured this, they made enough of them just in the nick of time. And then all of a sudden, somebody said, check this out. And I said to myself, no way. I'm not checking that out. Why would I ever want to check that out? This is a big, bulky thing. It's going to take up my phone. And I don't want to text people. And what do I know about that? But once I started started touching the buttons on it. And once I realized what it did, now you look at every child in America,
Yep.
and everybody's got it. It started becoming a thing where everybody in the world's got it. And Apple, in the middle of the day, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, there's a line out the door waiting for people to get in. And in a dealership and in McDonald's and every other place is slow. But you walk into an Apple store and there's about 50 people working on the floor
Yeah.
to answer the questions of this.
No,
And then
exactly.
they say social media is not a big thing. Right? It's not. It's not.
It's
When's the last
huge.
time you were at the mall? Right? Really? When's the last time you were at the mall and you seen what this thing can do? And
Right.
they have classes set up for this, and they got this, and this was coming, and then people were like, "Oh, screw that thing! I'm not using it." I remember my uncle saying, "You know what? You don't need this thing. This thing's a pain in the ass. I got a BlackBerry phone. It does what it does, right?" I introduced my uncle to it. I told my uncle, "You got to get a smartphone." No. He turned 78 years old, right? A couple years ago, he got one of these Apple phones, right? You know what he does? He trades stock on it all day long.
Yeah. Because that's how powerful that phone is.
He uses it for stock market. He uses it for his emails. He knows how to do all this stuff with it. He fools around with it. He knows all about it. He knows how to use LinkedIn on it. You know, it's really amazing. You know, they say old people, right? And if you go on my YouTube videos, you can go down to old people.
You have going on is
and I made a point. I pulled out 50 ladies or 30 ladies. I don't know how many ladies, but I pulled all these ladies out of a restaurant, and I told them they were the red hat ladies. And the ladies, can you guys please hold up your smartphone if you've got one? And they're all like about 75 and up. They were the red hat ladies, right? So they hold up their phones. All of them hold them up. How many of you guys have a Facebook? And they all raised their hand. I videotaped them. And I did that because there was a Cadillac dealer that said to me, I walked into him and I said, he goes, "Excuse me, do you know how many people have a Facebook? Old people have a Facebook?" And when he said that to me, I said, "How many old people have a Facebook? Are you asking me that question? Or are you asking yourself that question? Because I'm going to tell you that everybody has Facebook." And he says, "No, they don't. Who uses Facebook and things?" Old people are not old. They're wise. That's how they see their grandchildren. That's how they see them, because their kids don't come over. How do you think they follow up to see where they come from? Why do you think they're using social media? They use social media to keep in touch with their children, because that's where their children are. And they use it for pictures that they want to see their family that they don't see. Why is Facebook used upon the elderly? Because they want to know what's going on in their children's life, and that's where it's at. And so then I showed them the video, and I sent it over, and I said, don't ever knock old people, because we are all going to be old.
That's one thing for sure.
And
That's the hopes, right? That's the hope.
Yeah, I hope I am.
That's
Yeah.
the hope.
The only thing that we know is that we have to adapt faster and faster and faster, because the technology is moving really quick.
It is.
And so on these podcasts and these shows, I tell you an idea, a thought, and I mentioned this last week to you. Great idea for all of you, and the great is to bring some people in that are in the industry as salespeople and pull them in. And we talked about, you said it was a great idea, good idea. I think it's a good idea.
Salesman of the week, like or something like that. From it, just people out there, listeners. We go out and we can find one and pull them in as a guest. Man, they would love that.
We have a series coming up for fast trackers, particularly that are actually.
It's going to be your podcasts that are coming, or the things that you guys are going to be doing, and the things that you're going to come into. You're going to run into a lot of stuff. You guys are going to do a lot of great things. I know that you're not just about you two alone, because it's 12 midnight, and if you were worried about you two, you'd be sleeping right now. Okay. Yeah. And so, or you would just be doing the job and saying, okay, we work, we make enough money. Why do we have to do this podcast? Because we're not going to get rich off it. And even if you did, what you're doing is you're harvesting, meeting great people. And actually, believe it or not, those great people are actually teaching us so many great things. So when I watch it,
That's
I
the
can
hope.
learn from somebody else, and everybody's learning, and even yourselves are learning.
100% we are. Yeah.
And you just keep learning from all these great people. The only thing I will teach you and say is never forget where to credit them.
No, absolutely.
In other words,
I agree.
hey, you know what? I was listening to the Car Guy Coffee podcast, and I learned something today. I want to tell you what I learned. And if I said those words first, I was watching the Car Guy Coffee podcast. Instead of saying, let me tell you how to get reviews. I've known this for a long time. I actually learned 2 days ago. I learned this for a long time. Right? And credit themselves. And they credit themselves. And
I know what you mean.
Give credit where
credit
credit is due.
due. No
That's
doubt.
honor. That is true honor. That is truly
Give credit
honor.
where it's due. Because once the people find out that you didn't, then you know that's not integrity. That's
I agree.
That's not being a car guy. That's about being, so I learned that give credit where it's due. There are a lot of great people out there, a lot of great ideas. Even the old ideas are still great ideas.
Absolutely.
They're just modernized. That's all. They're just modernized. In other words, they just change up the words. Back in the day, it said, get yourself a book, a testimonial. Right?
Yep.
That book never really went away because this book would go on a desk and you can get all the reviews that you need and you can pile them up and show your customers the reviews that you got. And when the customers are sitting there that never met you, they can read all your positive Google reviews. Oh, I just looked at this dealer. They treated me like garbage, and that's why I'm here at your dealership. Oh, great. And they keep reading it. And as they do it, they build a confidence level in who they're buying from. So nothing's changed. It's just more, now we can get more reviews and we can fill these books up. So if you can get 50 Google reviews in a month, stick them in a book, put it on your desk. And when you're up there negotiating, let them read all the great things about you. Make sure your name is in there for the Google search. So when they Google search your name, it will bury some other things that may have happened in your past and put your name up there in a new way. There's Google, so much knowledge. And that's why I talk for 6 hours. And that, again, like you said, Fred, I'm not going to keep you guys on there forever. But again, there's so much to talk about.
Yes, and you have so much knowledge. That's why I can just sit here all night and just keep going, bro. I mean, we're good, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you. Good. Keep going. I'm good with it. But I mean, I love the value of the time that we get with somebody like you that's being genuine with us and giving good knowledge. Anybody who's going to be able to go back and dig into this and say, I can actually put that to my game.
I mean, you have passion like we have passion.
So thankful,
you know what I mean? And it's something about that. Like we keep just feeding off each other. It's like we don't need coffee if we're hanging out.
Yeah.
We are coffee at that point. We are coffee. And it's really easy to do that when I can tell that you're passionate about what you do. Makes me excited about what you're talking about, just like how passionate we are about what we're doing, which makes you excited about hearing what we have to talk about. So it works so well together that way,
If that's the truth, then tomorrow morning when you go to work, you're excited about going to work because you've gained just a little bit more knowledge about what you're going to do for tomorrow.
That's
and
it.
Then you guys are talking. You guys are sitting there talking and saying, you know what? Let's pound that idea out. And before you know it, you're implementing something that's going to work because it's already been done and thought out and talked about and done. And through the experience of somebody that's already done it, you don't have to sit there and wonder if it's going to work because obviously
exactly.
It's work. And it's not like rocket science. If somebody's got a great post on Facebook, right, and it's got so much engagement, what do? You copy it.
You do it. Right? You do what they did.
And you make it but when you copy it, you make it your own. Right? And before you know it, that's how you learn. And again,
yes.
I will say that you're talking about one thing, and everyone says, Jason, this guy's nuts. So if you think that all day I'm hyper and
Did you say that?
and what I do?
I didn't say that. Did I say that?
When some people say this guy's nuts, he's full of passion, he's crazy, right? And you're going to run into people that'll say that. Let me explain this to you. You can't sell cars without passion. You listen. I promise you, the more passionate you are about selling what you're selling, you will do much better selling it than saying, "Hi, everybody." So this phone, you're really gonna like it. It's really amazing what it does. You can hit this button and it'll do it.
It'll do it. It'll do it.
Yeah, it'll do it. And then, by the way, you can hit that button. It'll do that too.
It'll do those things.
You know, and by the way, in training, by the way, everybody, the first step of the sale is meet and greet. If you meet and greet, you want to be nice to somebody. The next one is fact finding, and that means you want to know what's going on. The next one you want to do, right? And if that's how you train, well, then there's a difference. Then watch the language. First step, everybody. What is the first step? Meet and greet. What does meet and greet, guys? Come on. What's meet and greet? I want to know what it means. What does it mean? What does it mean here? Real quick. Come on, let's talk about it. Right? Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
So how is it? Why do you think the teachers in school? Why do you think they do so good? Why did you ever love that one teacher that you went to class and you kept your eyes open the whole class because he was like
passion?
Okay, Louis, I want to ask you a question. Tell me. I want to know the answer. I know you know the answer on this, Louis. I know you don't know the answer, but let me listen. Louis, 2 + 2. What is it? Come on, buddy. Come on. What do you got? What do you got, Lou? Look.
4.
Louis. I'm giving you this. Nothing. No, but yeah. No, you say. Look, okay. So that's the nutty side of it, and that's where it comes down to. That's the idea, and that's the idea of why passion works. Passion works every time that way.
Boom. Yeah, I agree.
And there's a place where, this is where maturity and exposure inside of this business, I think, really helps a lot. Is that sometimes, and I'm still growing in it, especially inside of this mode where we're putting the camera on us all the time, of making your passion not look like being pissed. And that's sometimes that a lot of managers flow into also. I know it. You know, some managers were really, really passionate. I've had some leaders in the military really, really passionate, and they seem like they're pissed, but they're just passionate. They're just learning how to deliver that message. So managers that are out there, if your heart is really into it, it's okay to be passionate, but try to make the adjustment to where people understand that you're not pissed. I often look pissed when I'm starting to try to deliver a message that I really feel like I'm preaching, the gospel. Like I'm really that passionate when I'm thinking out a thought. And I try to work on making sure that I smile. I tell my guys all day, you better smile and dial, smile and dial. It's smile and dialing. You got to be smiling. You got to be doing that. And that's something that I work on too, very often. But because sometimes you do look pissed being so passionate, but that's because you're fired up. You know what I mean? You really are excited to deliver a message and to charge a hill on the mission that you have. And that's a key for being successful at anything. If you don't have passion in it, you're not going to be successful, and you're not going to be happy about it. You deserve to be passionate about something. Live your life, a passionate life. You know what I mean? And if it's not the car business, so be it. Let the car business connect you to a business that is. It's
great to have passion in your job. If you could find a job that you could be passionate about and bring some kind of monetize that somehow, that's great. But if that's not the case, but I think for people out there who have a job that they hate, okay, but you can't get away from it because let's say the money is good, but you just don't have passion for it, then find passion in other things, such as your family, such as your friends, such as anything, because you have to be passionate about something. You have to, like my shirt says, keep growing. And that's something I talk about. If work is not doing it for you, but you feel like I need this income and I would say go fucking find another job. And I promise you it's going to work out, because it always does if you just believe in yourself. But if you don't feel that way, make whatever else that you have in life that awesome. Just make it balance out. If you feel like, if you play golf and you love golf, then go out and fucking play as much golf as you want and have fun.
So so many. I sold so many cars. I mean, I'm not lying. You know, I can tell you.
He's got a duffel bag full of the plaques. You guys got to watch.
Yeah, no. I don't even have to deliver that. I will just give you the stack of my pay stubs. But I just want to tell you guys something. Look, really amazing. This is the amazing part right here. People ask me, Jason, I just sold so many cars. And so what I do is I watch them and I watch myself. So I always like to watch what other people are doing during the day. And sometimes I see them just standing there, very dry with their customer, very like when they walk in. Have you ever just worked with somebody or just watched your employee work with somebody? Yeah, I'm gonna go grab your paperwork. I'll be right back. Okay. So it'll be about a minute. All right, I'll be right back, and walk away and be whatever, you know. And there's no life in it, and it's kind of like they're there. And have you ever been like through like to a grocery store, and the girl says, "Hi, how you doing? Are you having a good day today?" You know, and you're talking to the lady and you're having fun with her, you know, and you're like, you know, and listen, here's a couple of dollars, get yourself something to drink, and here's for me, and good job today, and whatever. Right? I mean, you know when you got it, but there's some salespeople that don't understand what they're doing wrong, and what they're doing wrong is that same passion is how they're relaying their excitement about what they're doing as their job.
It makes all the sense. I'm just saying
if
here.
Your life isn't a party. If you're not having a party, I would say this: there's party 1 and party 2. Does your dealership look like a party, or does it look like an empty bar? Because let me tell you what it is. Remember this: that your dealership is a party, and the salespeople are the bartenders. How much tip you get is how great of a party it is. Now, I mean, if you've got a great party going on, the reason it was a great party was because a lot of people were invited to the party. That's why the party got so big, because everybody invited. So the reason a dealership fails is because they failed on throwing a party. They don't know how to party. We need to teach these dealerships how to rock and roll.
That's right.
Because when you can party, what I'm saying, man, I'm telling you the truth.
That's my meet and greet. You didn't. I mean, if you've ever walked into the dealership, you walk into my church. Literally, you come visit us at church. It's not. I don't say, "Well, hello, how you doing?" I mean, I say, "Hey, welcome to the party." That's my hello to people. Hey, welcome to the party. That's exactly what I say when people. I mean, you're just blessing my heart. You're like giving me all this confirmation, like I'm doing it right.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the dealership.
What party? You guys are having a party? Yeah, we're having a party for you.
We are rock and roll. We are gonna have a damn good time, dude. You know what I'm doing? I got strawberries and I got chocolate covered strawberries underneath my refrigerator. I have my refrigerator underneath my desk. I'd open it up. I'd pull out a Reese's peanut butter cup, throw it at him. I'd give him a soda. I wouldn't let him go to a vending machine and buy it. I would already have the shit stocked up, because I knew that when I gave them the taste, because that's what they want, man. They want to bite into it. If you were gonna bite into a cracker, a saltine cracker, or if you were gonna bite into a chocolate covered strawberry, right? You bite into that strawberry, you know, you're like this. Now you owe that person something back. Remember, you bit into something that tasted so good. You owe them it back, right?
Yeah.
And then when they said, "Oh, listen, I'll be back," those people that said that to me, you know what I would do? I'd give them my $5 out of my pocket. And then you know what I'd say to them? "Listen, do me a favor. Can you pick me up a soda on the way back? Because you know what? The soda machine's broken down below." And if they took my $5, I knew they're coming back, right? But if they didn't take it, like, I know you're not coming back. I know you're. Give me that $5 back. You know, you little slime ball, you. Listen, at the end of the day, you know, they know. I remember with my wife, you know, I used to have a phone call. When they called up, this is what I did. When they said they were thinking about it, I go like this. "Hi, Michelle. Yeah, they're thinking about it right now. I remember I told you don't. Remember I said
take the groceries home.
Remember you were gonna get steak.
Put the groceries back.
Yeah, this is what I do. I call my wife up. I get her on the phone because I already had this dialogue going, and I planned this with her, and I would say, listen, don't get the steak dinner tonight. Don't. Nope. They said they're thinking about it, so don't do it. I know that you want it, honey. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. You're gonna have to get ramen tonight and get SpaghettiOs. Hold on 1 minute. I'll find out. Louis, when do you think that my wife is pissed off at me right now? Oh God, Louis, when do you think that you have it? Do you know that when you think you might be coming back? You know exactly, and you just make it fun. And you know what? The whole idea is to make it fun, like your podcast. Why is your podcast going to be the #1 podcast?
Because it's going to be the funnest. We will not be outfunned.
The funnest podcast in the world. And where people can go and have fun and have some laugh and a good time.
And actually learn something.
Intro, that's what it's all about. And that's why you guys kick ass. That's why you guys are gonna kick ass and grow. Because in my time is almost up. I mean, I've got a couple more days left with you, and then you guys are gonna carry on and you're gonna, right? You're gonna forgive and you're gonna fly. And when you fly off, I hope that my legacy with you guys, I hope that I made some great points for you guys.
Oh, dude.
I hope that
we're just getting started.
And then our relationship has just started.
That's right.
That's right.
It's only just begun.
I surround myself with people like yourself.
Yep.
And that's how we roll.
That's right.
And that's why I love El Patron so much too, is because of the same feel. Because it isn't we have this relationship. We have a relationship because we love what we do. We're excited about what tomorrow brings. And there's so much opportunity in this world for so many different projects. And you're not limited to what you can do. Right. I think people feel like they're limited to what they can do. We just partnered with a $13 billion a year company. $13 billion a year. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know, and I don't brag about it. I'm not going on there every day and saying, oh, I'm going to go buy a yacht and this and that, I'm going to live in that, whatever, and whatever's going to come out of it. I don't know what's going to come out of it, but I don't care what comes out of it. But what's amazing is that if we didn't work hard enough with our other company, we would have never partnered with them, right? And we were on our last edge. And it's always that. It's always those people that think they're right on the edge, are going to fall off the cliff. And tomorrow afternoon, they woke up and they got their opportunity.
Dang,
you guys
right.
are going to land that, man. I'm telling you guys are going to grow because your podcasts are exciting. Again, a podcast is where people just want to come in and listen. Mm-hmm. And if they listen, they listen. And if they don't, they're not there. You put it on them the next day, you let them share it.
Yep.
People will gain the knowledge of it, and they'll get it. And they'll know who's real and who's not. And they'll figure it out. And you have your haters, and, you got to love your haters.
I love them.
Love them.
Love them. Hate it or love it. The underdog's on top. I'm gonna shine.
No, man. It has been fun doing this show, and growing and getting to know people, and then the opportunity. Without doing this, we would have never been able to have friends with you. With everybody that we've made friends with. We've had guests on the show that were prior friends, but even then, it built the relationship even better because we haven't seen them in a while. Some of them I haven't seen in like almost a decade. Like Adam Marburger, I haven't seen him in a long time, so it was really cool to have him on the show and catch up with him. But then we've had people we never met, such as you, El Patron, Justin Jarrett. But then we had the three ladies that were on the show.
And we usually see them once a quarter. At an entire event with so many other solutionaries that
they're owners.
Some
and
of
so
them are
really
going to
cool
be
to
out here on the show. I mean, we had a lot
of
people
what you're doing is very smart. So I explained you're trying to what your mission is. And this is for salespeople in general. I mean, this is what salespeople should be focused on. What you're trying to do is make somebody an ambassador of you. See, what's your job is to make people talk about you online. In order for them to talk about you online, they have to like what you're doing and believe in you. And you want them to talk about you online, and you want them to be what they call a brand ambassador. somebody that's always talking good about you. And over the years, that's what we call harvesting. You will harvest those ambassadors. And I can tell people in sales is that when you treat people great, you gain ambassadors of people who will follow you and believe in you for real, and then you will grow. And like you said, you will keep growing. And so how do you keep growing? You keep getting those ambassadors to keep talking about you. And before you know it, that's how you grow in today's world. It's the old referral.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's you're 100% right. It is. But it's really neat because as we're starting to get a little bit of tread into this whole like social media car guy world, it's really starting to like where people want to talk to us because we help them. You know what I mean? So it's starting to see that already, which is really cool. Like we've had people ask to come on our show because they need to put their word out somewhere and they understand that there's people watching our show. And I think that's really cool to hear because it is true. People are starting to listen, and it's really neat to be able to get people on the show and have people start to request to be on the show. And now that we have in that situation, which is we're starting to get booked up like crazy, and it's because of the foundation we laid. Having people like you and obviously like Adam and Rudy and so I could, the list can go on. I don't keep name dropping, but these are all people who've already been on the show.
We be name dropping,
but
we're gonna name drop. Everybody that
more.
brewed with us, I will gladly name drop each and
we have a bunch more, but I'm not going to spill
people.
the beans. Yeah, and honestly, man, we've been honored. We've learned so much. I've gained new friends. I mean, honestly, like to the point where I cannot wait to come up to New York and visit with you. Yes. Seriously, that's happening.
We're gonna have
it's going to be a great time. I'm going to come up. We're going to have a great time. We'll go out, have some good food. We'll mix it up.
That's what I'm so.
We are going to have so much to talk about.
Oh man,
we have so much time. We're gonna be dropping bombs on knowledge. We're gonna be talking. You're gonna be seeing stuff that I promise you that we're gonna have a whole show about because I promise you we're gonna be dropping bombs. Because
oh man,
I'll explain this to you. What I really do is drop bombs, and I got stuff that I will drop bombs and give things that will just help everybody. And,
oh man,
and I constantly do, but you never want to give everything away, right?
No, absolutely.
Still enough, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the exciting thing about working with you guys and working. And this is what the whole podcast and this is what it's all about. It's about you guys connecting the right people to the people, bringing people together. They're gonna see it. They'll watch it. They'll watch as much as they want. Though, and I'm blessed to be on it again now, and been on for a little while, and again,
it's been awesome. I mean, this is a whole other brew. This is a whole other brew.
No, all you gotta do is say, "Hey, we're done, Jace," and that's about it. You don't gotta keep me on. Don't feel bad.
No, I don't feel we don't. But this is a great conversation, and it's been it's a lot of fun, man, and it's cool to have you on here. I could tell you obviously you're going to be a guest on our show multiple times.
Yeah,
it's going to happen multiple times. We have too much fun. We connect too easy and we talk too easy. So, and there's always, like you said, we're only sprinkling a little bit right now. There's still so much to give.
We're laying the foundation.
When I come on, I can't wait to be a guest, and I can't wait to ask the questions that I'm going to ask. The random questions. Are you ready for random question night?
Hey, we have an entire segment that you guys, on all you car guys and car gals haven't had the chance to hear. We recorded like other segments called This Is Random, an entire other section and a song almost that does an entire section of just straight random. We have special roasts. There's so many different elements to this.
We have ideas, we had this one thing we
yet.
wanted to do, like a thing called the special, what is it called? Special roast. And it's where we call in these random dealerships and we talk to salespeople and we act like we're a client trying to buy a vehicle
live on the show.
We catch them how weak they are, how strong they are, whatever. Whether they're weak or strong, we end up having them on the show. We can give them an evaluation about how they did it. But it's a special roast. So we're going to roast them if it's, I'm going to just be honest, man, that was shit. You didn't even, or whatever, right?
But we'll build them up.
But we'll build them up. But then we'll train them up. But if they're doing good, we'll highlight them and then have them talk to the people about how they did that and what made them better at doing the phones than other people, you know, so stuff like that. But that's something we came up, we just haven't done it because we've been so busy. It's hard for us between working full-time jobs as managers at stores at the #1 independent store in the state of Kentucky and crushing it every single day and then doing this at nighttime is, you know, pretty much almost every night now. You know, we're grinding away, but we have a mission, man, and we're not stopping. Ain't gonna stop anytime soon.
Won't stop.
So it's just trying to find the time for that because we got to sit down and record that sometime. Then we got to call them, get special permission to make sure they're good with it. Obviously, dealership names have to be taken out because I'm sure not the owners have to be involved if that's the case. So I'm sure there's so many things to go over on that, but we want to do that. I think that would be so cool because phone skills are so important. And like, I think that's the advantage of why our stores do really well is we train the crap out of phones and we get our guys to be the best when it comes to being like their own BDCs. They're phone ninjas, literally phone ninjas, right? And they crush it. Call commando phone ninjas.
Call commando phone ninjas.
You know,
That's what they are.
I was on the phone with a lady earlier. I said that in the very beginning. So I was on the phone with her for 4 or 5 hours today, and she made a video, and she had already posted it to LinkedIn, and I had already tagged you guys in the video. So get a minute and watch that video when you're done. But when you're done and you watch that video, I want you to comment to her if you can. But she's extremely unbelievable. I was on that phone with her for 4 hours because she was inspiring me, but she was really asking for my help, but not really my help, but she was kind of asking, she was indirectly trying to help me. Like, she wants help, but she doesn't want to ask me, but at the same time, you know, she's asking for my guidance, and she's been following me, so I spent hours with her on the phone, and I didn't stop, and I kept giving her the, you know, and it almost looked like the lady was, you know, gonna cry. It almost looked like, you know, in that moment, you know, I could see the something special there, and I think that if you read her story and meet up with her, I think you guys are gonna love her. She made an app. She created an app to hire people. She has a hiring app where people can get hired in an app where people, you know, like if they're looking for a job. Remember, there's 16 million people out of work. So right now we got to be concerned about other people other than us, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Listening. At the end of the day, we've got to be concerned about a few things still. When we talked about this before, that we've got to be concerned about the people with coronavirus right now still. We still got to be concerned about people, our world that we're living in. We're not living in a car dealership world. We're living in a human world still. So we still have to, go to church. And if we can't go to church, man, we're going to show up Sunday at church. And we still got to, or if we go to temple or whatever we do, we still got to believe, and we still got to listen to other people and what they're going through.
Yes.
All right. And we still got to do that. And this lady here developed an app that will help people, you know, get jobs and also apply to jobs without other people knowing that they want to leave a job. Remember, many people got laid off their jobs. They're gone. Many people are not going back to work. This isn't the car business. This is the whole world. And I'm going to tell you what this did to the car business. If other businesses are not doing good, then you are not doing good.
That's very true.
Just remember this one word. If other people are not doing good, neither are you. Remember those words. Because you need those other people to do good. It's your job. It's our responsibility to lift up other people. See, what Jesus did, and to other religions, what God did, was they wanted us to do that. They came here to help us, to teach us to do that. We're really not bad people. Sometimes the car business can make us bad people. Believe it or not, it can bring the worst out of you.
It'll definitely challenge a person inside of their deepest parts of character, 100%. And every opportunity to get better is presented. So you can get better, and some people make mistakes, but you can get better from those mistakes. But the car business will expose it. That's what a 5-liner does, right?
Mistakes are not bad things as long as you learn from them. You know, everybody's going to make them. You only make mistakes if you're trying. You know, if you're not trying, if you've said you've never made a mistake or never done anything wrong in your life, you've never tried it, anything. That means you've literally just laid down your whole life. And
probably lying,
because the people who are the most successful are the ones who failed more than any of us will ever taste success, right? So they understand what failure is because they learn from it, and they appreciate it, and they actually look for it because they know once they do, they're that much closer to something that's amazing. And that's what I look at. I used to not always be that way. I mean, there's my life's been a roller coaster. I'm sure we all been through it, you know. But
who hasn't been through a roller coaster?
Right, you know, but I'm definitely on a really big, I'm on that going up right now, and I can't wait for that, you know, that whew. But you know, but it's also a lot of it's maturity. I'm older now. I'm getting in my 40s now and 41 years old, and it's as you start to get up. Yeah, right. So yeah, I feel like it or sound like it.
I'm turning 50 soon. Unbelievable.
Bless your heart, Jason. Bless your heart, brother. So
I know.
But no, I mean, we're all still young, man. We're still young when it comes to how much time we have to do whatever we want, right? Because think about, you talk about 10 years, it's just the last 10 years. A lot of stuff's happened in 10 years, you know, so another 10 years in our life is very
massive change. This is going to be a rapid 10 years.
Oh, man.
Because technology's out, and now it's moving so quick that people can't keep up with it. And that's going to be the big problem. Now it's about the battle of who can stay up on the technology. Boom. And that's the next 10 years. And I feel sorry, by the way, I really feel sorry for the people that didn't embrace it when they were asking to do and start embracing it. You know what I mean? Those people are the ones that are going to really fall off by the wayside very, very soon.
Yeah.
And they're going to be suffering because they didn't listen to what we were trying to say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, that this is coming. It is coming.
Not going anywhere.
And it is coming. And now it's already here, and people are already lost. They, you know, I mean, they really, I ask people, you know, and the reason they say they hate social media is because they don't know it.
Nope.
Not because they hate it. They don't hate it.
That's usually the case of any prejudice anybody ever has. They don't know.
They don't know.
They don't get it. And that's why
they just don't know.
I got people that say they hate me, right? In general. But you know what it is? They don't know me.
Yeah.
They don't know me.
There you go.
They don't know me. And
that's why we want to make sure everybody does know you.
Yeah.
Car gals, and all you other smart solutionaries out there. Which way is the pointing? That way?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There. That guy right there.
Hey,
you need to know this guy right there.
What is it?
Him. Sup?
Sup?
What's over there?
No, you.
It's that guy. It's you.
Me?
Sup? This guy.
Me?
Like Brady Bunch, right? Hey.
I got it.
Hey. Is this working?
Oh, wait.
There you go.
Hey. Let's role play.
It's awkward, yeah. But hey, it works out.
Oh, no. There'll be none of that, sir.
Listen, at the end of the day, I want to say I'm excited for Thursday. Ask me some good questions. You know, whatever you need me to answer, I'll give me my time limit Thursday. I want to drop time. I want to say, Jay, we're done at this time because
well, me and Lou, and as long as you want to, me and Lou actually start recording. We're going to be recording 2 interviews that day. We have to do a lot. We're interviewing one at 8 o'clock, and then we're doing another one at 9:30. So as soon as we're done with that 9:30, we're jumping on. We'll probably take a little 20-minute break in between, hopefully, if it doesn't run over. But then we're jumping on to do that with you. So we're going to be in rhythm already. So however long you want to do it, we're going to have fun, man. It's to release the last part of your brew, man. So it'll be a good time. We'll talk about it. We'll recap what all the episodes, and then you'll come on, you'll do your thing like you always do. Yes. It's gonna be a fantastic time. So yeah, we'll have fun, man. We'll get you on. I'll send you a link for that earlier than tonight because obviously we didn't expect this. So it worked out really awesome that you were able to come on tonight. And this actually turned out to be a really good time tonight.
It's a great brew.
An hour and a half
This
of
could be a
nothing
whole
but
other
good stuff, my friend.
Yeah, let me ask you one question before you hang up, and that is, what do you think of this idea? And I hope that other people can fill in if they're watching this and if they do watch it, whether they like it or don't like it. The idea would be is right now we are in a really, really tough boat throughout the country, the United States. So Fred, what I've done for other people personally. So and I know exactly how to do this, but I'm just I want your opinion on this. So I call this a sacrifice, right? And so what I mean by a sacrifice is okay. So I've got one iPad here. I've got another iPad here. I'm on my iPad here. I've got my Mac computer here. I've got another computer over here. I've got 4 65-inch TVs, brand new box that I've never even opened. But let me explain what I want to get to. Now, I have a lady that would be unbelievable with a website, and we can build it with the Car Guy Coffee Podcast, right? And what we can do for the nation is on the website, as we get to meet people, we have people go in there and they put their item that they're going to sacrifice. Okay. I don't need this. Listen to me. I don't need it. I have enough. I have more than enough in my life. And everybody has something in their life that's valuable to somebody else that they could use it, but they don't have the money to spend on it. But I'm willing to sell that for $15.
Like a car guy commissary.
So what I'm saying
That'd be pretty cool.
is it's about sacrificing something great, right? Brand new iPad, right? And taking the iPad, put it up on the website. Everybody in the country start putting all the car guys that we know come together, and we all sacrifice something, and we put a number on it, a winning bid. So you can bid on it, but there is a winning bid, and the winning bid is $20, right? But people will bid 5, 10. Or they'll just pay the $20 and that's it. It's sold. And so what it is people bid on it until the price is met, but the price is so cheap that they make it so affordable so it can get bought. So that if we have, let's just say, 10,000 people putting their items in there, and the money goes, at $20. Do you know how much money we're going to be raising for people who are out of work?
Yeah.
And be a part of it, or to a cause for something that's going to be very helpful to those that are out of work. Because I want to be straightforward with you. Yeah. Those that are out of work, I don't care about a stimulus check.
Right, they ain't going to get it.
I don't care about a stimulus check, dude. And I know that they can say, go get yourself a job somewhere. But that's not that easy either right now.
It's not. It's not that easy at all.
Man. Come on. We have to wake up and realize it ain't that easy. It's all, all this stuff that we're talking about is not easy. But I think it's time to, if we all do our part. So I got a lady that can make a website, and we can get like people to donate an item. And you've got people in your community, and dealers have things in their community, and we get everybody on board to whatever we call it, they sacrifice an item. And so what? So what? I lost the iPad. I didn't lose my life, right? I'm gonna make sure I delete all the stuff on the iPad. but exactly, I didn't lose my life on this iPad, but I'd give it away for $20.
Yeah, no,
I'd
that's
give away
awesome.
one of my TVs.
Yeah,
You know,
I love the idea. I think it's a great idea. I think that anything you're doing to help people is got to be a good idea, right? You know what I mean? Especially that's a great idea.
How easy is it for somebody to just go to the website, upload their items, and upload the bid, and if the bid gets approved, they just hit their credit card number in, and that's it. The item's been bought, and then all they got to do from there is do the shipping.
Yep.
And at that point, there the shipping they got to pay their shipping charge.
That's it. That sounds like the way to do it.
I think it's a concept. I wanted to throw that out there live so that if anybody does watch that, what their opinion is, but regardless of their opinion, what your opinion is on that, and
I love it.
And I think that and I think that with you guys each week that you're talking to all these people, we get them all on board with that. They go and tell their friends about it, and we get and remember 100 people ask 500 friends. Before you know it, 100 people tell 500 friends that there's a place where you can donate an item, and the money will go to the nurses or the doctors or whatever fund that you or whatever we come up with, that everybody comes up with, where it's needed. And I promise you, where it's needed right now are those people that are out of work, and salespeople that are out of work.
Yep.
All those salespeople that were sent home that are out of work.
And that's how we would have to. I'm just thinking of the different filters that would have to be in line, because there is a great potential for people to want to abuse this. You know what I mean? We want to make sure that we connect it to people that are truly in need, which is the case in any charitable setup. Is not every charitable setup makes sure to connect their funds or their resources to those that are in need. But we would want to make sure that we did get this information right from the people that truly are in need, truly need to get to work, truly need the product, from the people that have it, and that's a good connection, right? Because I can see somebody trying to jump in there and grab up, all the bids on a bunch of great products like that, win it for $20, and he's just going to take it and sell it over here. I would hate to see that done, and just no different than somebody taking a gift that is of great value and just pawning it off real fast. You know what I mean? We would definitely want to make sure that this filters. I love the idea, and I think that we could create a network of people that are helping each other be resourced that way. That is an incredible idea. And guys, when we talk about having a great heart, this is what we're talking about. Boom. This guy is just dreaming up ways to connect people with technology.
And he's so right, folks.
When
so if you're watching this and you're wanting and you have a giving heart and you feel like it's what you need to do, we're gonna sit down with Jason, figure out a way to make this work. So we'll talk about it some more, and then we'll probably, I don't know, Jason, I'll probably give you a call tomorrow sometime. Let's talk some more.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I just wanted to get your feedback on
Actually, let's do this because we got a lot of launching to do. So car guys, car gals, we're going to go ahead and say goodbye. Watch this video. Stick with us, Jason. Let's keep the conversation going while we do some work. Cool? You down for that, Jay? If you're up?
Love it.
All right. Well, car guys, car gals, take a look at the video. Once again, go check out the rest of the podcasts that are going to be available for you here in a moment. It's already available on a couple of the sites, but they'll be all there by the time you wake up and get you your first brew. I'm excited. Car guys, car gals, this is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And this is Fred Lenars, the car guy. No, it's not. It's Fred Lenars, the subprime hero.
But he is a car guy. He's definitely a car guy.
I don't know why I said it that way, but we're going to leave you guys one last time with our little video.
Meatloaf!
Meatloaf! Ma! Get the meatloaf! Ma!
I gotta do that. I gotta do that during the podcast.
We're on. We're live, bro.
Good night, folks. We'll see y'all later.
Forgive, focus, fly.
That's right. Keep
Keep
growing,
growing.
folks.
Let's brew.
Good night.
Woo!